He comes from a business background. He owned his own business in Arlington before venturing into public service. He has since served at several different capacities publicly and has never lost his capitalist or his constitutionalist background. He's the only person to ever get taxes lowered in Snohomish County. Please welcome Councilman John Koster.
What a fantastic turnout. Thank you very much for coming. That's intimidating. Man, I want to thank you for your efforts to be involved in this process. You know, it is incumbent on us that we are involved and exercise our right to express our views. And even though it seems like it's taking inordinate amount of time and effort nowadays to get that done, especially when those who pretend to represent us are unwilling to listen to us. So thank you for taking your time to be here today. You know, about 2 weeks ago or so, I had a reporter call me, and she was talking about the Tea Party people, and I think she was looking to try to make the Tea Party people this radical, right-wing, small group that's going to just a flash in the pan, going to go away, run out of steam before Election Day. She couldn't be more wrong, believe me. And so she asked me, she says, how would you profile these people? You know, I was offended by that question, that they would profile these people, but those were her words. And I said, first of all, I said, you know, profile these people? I said, I'm going to tell you who these people are. These are normal, average, hardworking Americans trying to make ends meet, raise their families, run their businesses, and they're sick and tired of government taking. I'm running for Congress because I'm going to tell you something. I never thought I would see the things happen in my country that I have seen in the last 18 months or so. Never in my life did I believe that government would see that large corporations were too big to fail. Never thought I'd see Wall Street bailouts. Never thought I'd see the day when the government ran car companies and mortgage companies and banks. Or that government had the audacity to set salary caps for CEOs of private companies. Private companies. Or that they take over our health care and put a bureaucrat between you and your doctor. Never thought I'd ever see that in my country. You know, I had another reporter after I filed ask me, so what's different than 10 years ago when you ran against Rick? I said, well, let me tell you what's different. 10 years ago, Rick and I I was trying to debate him. Yeah, you know Rick. I was trying to debate him, and I said we were discussing what we would do with a projected federal surplus. Just in case you missed that was surplus 10 years ago. I said there's $13 trillion difference between then and today. $13 trillion worth of difference. And while small businesses are struggling to survive and unemployment remains high, federal government employment rises 10%. And Congress is working to make it tougher for businesses by increasing regulatory burden and the tax burden. While families are out there cutting corners to make ends meet, the legislature, in fact in this state, responds by raising taxes on you. And Congress is considering doing the same. You know, it's amazing to me that it seems suddenly Ben Bernanke realizes that there's a deficit. And frankly, so do the congressmen now that there's an election year. Suddenly the deficit is there. Believe me, it's been materializing for a number of years. And something must be done. So do they do like you do in your family when you look at your budgets and you say, gee, I got to cut spending? Ain't a chance. What they're doing is trying to figure out how to get more money out of you. So they're talking about a VAT tax or a national sales tax. And I heard the other day they're even talking about a national or a federal sale or gas tax on top of it. You know, Washington, D.C., like Washington State, has a spending addiction. Not that they don't have enough money. Their solution, frankly, is to go deeper in your pockets. So we've got to stop this crazy spending. It is out of control. We do have to downsize government, and we have to lower taxes because taxes are the lifeblood of those blood-sucking bureaucracies that are totally out of control. And frankly, our leadership doesn't get it. And somebody was talking about taxes earlier. Frankly, in my opinion, you ought to take this tax code and scrap it and do something like a fair tax, a flat tax, so people know what they're going to pay. Okay? And you know, when the politicians think they're going to raise it, they got to do it in the light of day in front of God and everybody with one vote. They can't play games with it, so it creates some accountability. So, I got to tell you this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I believe this November, in less than 7 months from today, this election cycle, we're going to decide what kind of a country we're going to be going forward. There's no doubt in my mind. We're either going to elect people who understand the Constitution is the law of the land, that it was intended to limit the size and scope of government, that it was to chain government down, as Thomas Jefferson said, or we're going to elect people who don't care, who will choose to ignore the Constitution. We're going to elect people who believe in limited government and individual liberty, or we're going to elect people who just believe in government. And frankly, that means they don't believe in you, and they don't give a damn about your liberties. Plain and simple. The left, as I said before, thinks this is, the Tea Party group is just this small minority of wingers that's going to go away, that you're just a flash in the pan, and you're going to run out of steam by November. And there are some that are trying to ignore you, and I'll tell you what, I believe if they do so at their own peril, in the peril of this country. My name is John Koster. I'm running for Congress in the 2nd Congressional District. I need your help. I've got a booth up there, I've got signs, we've got sign-up sheets so you can help. It isn't all about money, it's a lot about money, but it isn't all about money. Believe me. We need your help. This November we decide what kind of a country we're going to be in. It's time for people, somebody said, stop swearing at your TV, stop hollering at your TV. Yeah, I do that too. But you know, it doesn't accomplish a thing. You got to get out and knock on the doors, you got to do the mailings, you got to contribute, you got to do all the things that are part of campaigns. Campaigns are rocket science. They're a lot of hard work. You want your country back, you need to take it back. This is a good start. Thank you. God bless.